Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to do a quick October wrap up and maybe November TBR. Alright, so let's start with my October, or Creeptober as I had it, wrap up. So for the month of October, I did Creeptober, which every week was like a different theme, and I had a book planned out for all of those weeks. And so week one, I believe, was like paranormal, ghosty, like otherworldly stuff. And for that one, I picked Aura by Fuentes. Now this one is just a short story. It looks thicker because I have the bilingual version, which means it's literally twice as thin. This is about a professor who, like, a French to Spanish translator professor thingy, who responds to an ad in the paper and to an old lady who was asking him to translate her deceased husband's memoir from French to Spanish, and a lot of paranormal stuff happens. So this one, honestly, I gave a 2-star because it was not that good. I was kind of disappointed. It wasn't creepy. The kind of redeeming factor to me was kind of at the end there was a beautiful kind of allegory, which is part of the plot twist. Well, it's not really a plot twist, but I'm not going to give away. But yeah, I don't know. It was alright. It was alright. So not the best read for me. So that was a quick read that was easily done in a week or less. So next up, week 2 was like true / false crime, just crime stuff. And for that one, I had Glaciaires by Fred Vargas, or Glacial Times, whatever you want to call it. And this is a detective novel. Fred Vargas is a French author. And it's kind of like, it takes place between Iceland and France, and it's really well done. I actually just finished reading it like today, which I'll get into later, but yeah, I way overestimated how quickly I was able to read this. Anyway, I think I'm gonna give it a 2.5, maybe 3. I mean, I enjoyed the book, but here's the thing. It's 500 pages. It's 490 pages long. I think it could have been 400. There was, or maybe 440. I don't know. I just feel like the plot was good. The character building was good. I don't know. I feel like sometimes it moved too slowly. And you know how sometimes they include extra information, like especially in detective stuff where it's like the author gives you extra information just to kind of like throw you off and to make you believe like, oh, this guy did it and not that person or whatever. And yeah, so I mean, anyway, all that to say, it was good. I think it could have been a little bit shorter. I think it could have been a little more fast-paced. Like, it went back and forth kind of between more fast-paced and slow, and I get it, investigations are like that, but I mean, I don't know. I would have preferred if it was a little more, you know, go. Okay, next up. The next week after that was Monsters and Stuff, which I specifically catered because I wanted to get the Lurking in the Dark by Regina St. Clair, who is another YouTuber who came out with this anthology of short stories written by other YouTubers, or booktubers, I mean. So I wanted to get that and read specifically that. I started reading it. So far I'm liking it. The first thing is, it's a short story thing, so it's like, you don't read it the same as you read a novel, right? Like, I think I could read them back to back, but I think I kind of want to take my time with it. I don't know. The other thing is, as I said, I way overestimated or underestimated how long it would take me to read the other one. So this, and the other one that I was planning on reading in October, which was Silent Nights, the poetry book by Lindemann. Yeah, I ended up not reading it. This one I'm keeping on my nightstand just because I feel like poetry is one of those things that you could just kind of like read 1 or 2 here and there and whatever. So I'll keep reading this. I think I'll just finish these in November or like before the end of the year. So I also decided, I think I'm going to try to do another TBR for November, or maybe just until the end of the year. I never do, but I'm like, hey, whatever. Why not? Why not? Let's try new things here on the Bookbound Weirdo channel. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So the first book I want to read, which is also on my Kindle, is the Poking Holes anthology by Juan Valencia, or Plagued by Visions, as we all know and love him by. Yeah, so I really wanted to read his anthology. Didn't have time in October. I'm hoping to get to it in November. I think this is like the first book I want to get to next after I finish the other ones I'm already reading. And then I also want to get to the Invisible Man by H.G. Wells, which is one of my, I've had this book forever, man. I'm trying to like get through my TBR, the book list of books I already own, but like chronologically to where I'm starting with the ones I've owned for the longest. Except for Poking Holes, obviously I bought it last month. Anyway, so we have The Invisible Man and The Insufferable Lightness of Being by Kundera. Yeah, I think it's Michel Kundera. My brother gifted me this book years ago. I kind of feel bad for not having read it yet. I think I started it and then life happened, so I had to like temporarily DNF. Yeah, okay. There's a bookmark in here. Alright, yeah. But not because I didn't like it, just because life sometimes. Anyway, so we're going to finish these two. I also have New Animal by Ella Baxter, who was recommended to me by Mr. Morningstar. So that I bought recently as well, which okay. Before we go further, so you know how Criminale has his 100 books before you buy, like read 100 books you own before you buy new ones. First of all, I bought these before I started that. Also, I guess I'm participating in that, but I'm only committing to 10 to 15 books, and I also think gifts don't count, obviously, because Christmas is coming up. Yeah, there's a lot of books that I own that I've owned for so long, and I'm just like, I gotta read these before I buy any new ones. So it's gonna be a tough one too, because here's the thing. The books, a lot of books I own, I've owned for a long time. Like all the genres of books I have, I love, but sometimes you're in the mood for a certain genre more than others. And I find that these days I'm just way more in the mood for horror and stuff. And the books I own are mostly like historical fiction or like philosophy and stuff. And it's not that I don't want to read these, it's just like, I don't think I'd want to read so many of these in a row without reading horror. We'll see how it pans out. I'm not going to force myself to read anything I don't want to, but I think it'll still be a fun challenge to try. A fun challenge to try out. Okay, thank you. Please stick with me as I figure out how to talk. Thank you for watching this video. Like it if you're hoping for better days and my verbiage. Thanks, man. Bye.